Ah, what a better day to spend a good time watching soccer, smoking cigarettes, and drinking alcohol. Well, that's the story of Blue Period. Yeah, I'm lying. Okay, yeah, that was just a joke. But this anime slash manga series is about a guy named Yaguchi. So, as you could see in the first clip, he was a guy that was honestly trying to find who he was. And I think that painting was what made him and gave him the personality that he could have. He obviously was the guy who was sitting there smoking and drinking. Yes, he does smoke, obviously, but he's just sitting there drinking with the boys, kind of had no future. And as you could tell at like the beginning, before he started painting and wanting to get into this Tokyo art school, which was the highest school in Japan, that was like top tier of art. And he was a guy that like never really knew what he was doing. First he started in an art class, and most of the times he would sit there with his friends and make jokes and just goof off and just not be a person who you would think he would be as the series progresses. I think that, as the title says, I think Blue Period will be one of the greatest anime slash manga series of all time, and I'm going to explain why and just say that this anime slash manga is absolutely beautiful. I feel like the feeling and just the art of it, and I feel like it caps it off so well. And I feel like this was probably, in my opinion, the best anime that came out of the fall 2021 anime season, even though it's like, why would you not make this video like 2 years ago? Well, I wasn't really making anime content at the time, but now we're here, so I get to talk about my taste in anime and why I think that this truly will be something great because of just how much it is. So we're gonna get into it and talk more about why I, think some of these things. So let's get on to the entire thing. Boom. I have the manga right here. And let me tell you something. Let me switch hands because the way that when I use my left hand, it is so uncomfortable to film, but then it's like, oh my god, I want to switch hands, and just I'm not a good cameraman at all. And yeah, let me actually rest my arm. So, Blue Period, again, probably one of the greatest manga series I've ever read. And let me tell you, if you enjoy the anime, I am telling you 100% guaranteed that you are going to love this manga right here. Anyway, this is 7. This is where, if you're wondering, if you've been wanting to pick up a volume, this is where season 2 will start in the anime, and this is where you should pick up. So volume 7. But anyway, this manga changed my life.
You can't take him out! He's different! He's not the same! You are you, but he is him!
And one thing I do want to say is that when people tell you that Yamaguchi made a beautiful manga series, just look at the detailed art. This is absolutely incredible. Honestly, I think that this series is just absolutely incredible. With its style, I feel like it was something so refreshing to me whenever I first picked this up. And if you're wondering, yes, I did watch it when it was coming out, but I am making this video now to state why I think it will be one of the greatest of all time. I think that watching this, I feel like I've seen different characters and the way that different characters can express and the way through that art can help a person express and find who they are. As a person who has personally been bad all of my life at art, like if you asked one thing, like you could say math, but sure, I am horrible at art. Art has like never been something I've been good at. Art has always been like, it's visually cool, and I love to look at art. Do not get me wrong, but I suck at drawing, even though I take digital art classes, which I'm still horrible, and honestly, in that class, we really do nothing. But, this isn't a video about my classes, so I just want to say that throughout this anime and watching through season 1, I feel like as a person who has always been kind of based on what they watch, I'm a person who's been like, oh man, I love action series, I love Dragon Ball, I love One Piece, I love Naruto, I love animes all in that genre, but this anime was amazing to me. And I know a lot of people don't like how it looks compared to the amazingly drawn and just a perfect manga series. And honestly, this is one of the series that I can say that has made me cry. Because even though it's oh my god, it's not some oh man, Koro Sensei is dying right now. It hits deep because it has real life lessons and shows the characters. I think it was in volume 5, and it was when Yaguchi was talking to his mom and showed her art, and she cried. And I think that this kind of shows an acceptance of a series, because as you can see, his parents weren't that accepting of what kind of path because of how hard it is. And to see somebody that can really change who they are is amazing. Another reason why I think this series is so incredible, you have the different characters, like I was mentioning. Ryuji is a cross-dresser, and I think that was something that was very interesting. And I think we were all kind of confused at the beginning of reading and watching of, oh wow, this is a cross-dresser. This is a guy but likes to dress as a woman. And I thought that was very innovative and shows expression. And I think that is probably the top priority of this series is expression. I feel like this series gives a chance to express yourself and show who you really are. And I think that this is so incredible, and in my mind, when it's all said and done, this will be one of the greatest series of all time. Well, this video was a rather short video, but a definitely fun video explaining why you should check out Blue Period. And if you have not, I definitely recommend that. And if you are not an anime type person, then please go pick up the manga, because it is so beautiful, and I think it's just something that anybody could enjoy, and it has a deep meaning, especially if you love art, then this is definitely the series for you. But anyway, like the anime for the past 2 years, and like the manga, to be honest, because it's such slow, I'm out.